This is Film Focus with Emily Cook.
The Big Short, directed and co-written by Adam McKay, is a biographical comedy drama based on the true story of the US financial crisis of 2007 to 2008, which was triggered by the build-up of the housing market and the credit bubble. With an all-star cast including Christian Bale, Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling and Brad Pitt, the film is nominated for 5 Academy Awards. What did you make of the film?
I really like the fact that even though the film is obviously about a very serious crisis that touched the lives of absolutely millions of Americans, there is definitely some level of lightheartedness about it, and I think that's a fantastic balancing act to achieve.
Speaking of the levels of lightheartedness, I thought it was interesting to see Steve Carell in a serious role. He's worked with this director before, it's the same director for Anchorman, but there were 1 or 2 hilarious lines that he still managed to include.
I think the hilarity came from him just being so angry about everything.
Yes.
But you kind of do understand it. Everything he's railing on is completely unfair and absolutely preposterous, actually.
And it's quite terrifying that this could happen again at any point. Even the people within the organisations didn't see it coming, and within the structures. I did find, as somebody who's completely outside of the financial arena, that a lot of the terms that were used were quite confusing, and Adam McKay, the director, chooses to use some celeb cameos to kind of combat this. I unfortunately found that a little bit patronising, even though, and I know it's a bit contradictory, I didn't understand what they were talking about. They put a celebrity in it to explain it in layman's terms, and then I find it patronising. So maybe I'm kind of being a bit harsh here. What's really interesting about it is it was a true story, and these kinds of devices that are utilised remind us that the film is actually very self-aware. There are moments where the fourth wall is broken and the characters speak directly to the audience, which reminds you that actually, although the film is enjoyable, this is a terrifying true story that could happen at any point.
The banks defrauded the American people. Now we can kick them in the teeth.
Okay, here we go.
Thanks for listening to Film Focus with Emily Cook. Happy movie going!